Up next, we have Maria Giaquinto. Maria is a senior in the McDonough School of Business from Buffalo, New York, majoring in finance and accounting with a minor in math. In addition to serving as the president of GAAP, Maria is co-president of the Georgetown University Accounting Society, volunteers with campus ministry, is a member of the Georgetown Running Club, and works as a teaching assistant in the accounting and finance departments. She is also a member of Alpha Sigma Nu Honor Society and vice president of Beta Gamma Sigma Honor Society. After graduation, Maria will be moving to New York to start work as an investment banking analyst. Please join me in welcoming my dear friend and fellow Buffalonian, Maria Giaquinto.
Good morning. Let me be one of the first of many to welcome you to Georgetown and congratulate you on your acceptance. Over the course of this weekend, I hope that we'll be able to help you picture spending 4 years here. Choosing Georgetown was the best decision I've ever made, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I found home on the hilltop. But my Georgetown story begins not on this campus, but in sunny Buffalo, New York. It is pretty sunny. As a native Buffalonian, I am very proud of where I come from. My friends will confirm this as they watch me enjoy football games every Sunday, refuse to eat chicken wings outside of their place of origin, and spout fun facts about my favorite city, like how it has the third oldest zoo and second largest New Year's Eve ball drop in America. I also grew up very close to my family. I wrote my college essay about being best friends with my little sister, and I enjoy nothing more than spending time with my parents. So, as you can imagine, leaving home was very hard for me. And I knew absolutely zero people the day I arrived on the hilltop. I hadn't gone to Gap Weekend, which is still pretty weird to me too. I hadn't friended anyone on Facebook, joined the Facebook group, or even bothered to answer the email from my orientation advisor. I wasn't sure if I'd love Georgetown like I loved Buffalo, or if I'd be able to manage being away from my family. But I'd like to believe that I wasn't the only nervous one, because on the day we moved in, when I took it upon myself to knock on every single door on my freshman floor, almost everyone was A, there, so they didn't have the super cool plans for the first day I thought everyone except me did, and B, willing to come hang out in the common room and play Cards Against Humanity when I asked. From then on, my friends on the floor used a group chat to coordinate all the little parts of college life, running to CVS, grabbing pretty much all of our meals together as freshmen do, and snagging a table in the library. 4 years later, these people are still some of the ones I eat dinner with, meet for breakfast, and talk to every day. What my freshman floor quickly taught me is that it's the people that make Georgetown home. So, while you'll get busy with school and jobs and extracurriculars, make sure to take the time to talk to those around you. Put in the time, and you'll make friends in the places you least expect to. For me, it was a seminar on 18th century French history. We bonded over the professor's hat, which we talked about at lunch after class every single day. So see who's free for lunch after class, and who wants to share books to write papers. Get to know people, where they come from, why they're here, and what they're passionate about. Remember, this is Georgetown, and the people here are truly incredible. Take an interest and ask questions. Check in on people, and you'll find home. These friends will wake up at 3 a.m. with you to go see the Pope address Congress. These friends will sing 80s songs with you at karaoke, and laugh as another Hall & Oates song comes on the jukebox. These friends will teach you about African geography while you tell them about accounting for mortgage-backed securities. These friends will patiently explain to you what they're doing to work on a cure for Zika, as well as studying political theorist Hannah Arendt. These friends will take times out of their busy lives to see you come speak at Gap Weekend. People at Georgetown are bright and curious and passionate, and the more time you spend with them, the more you'll find yourself growing. Put the same energy into getting to know your professors. Raise your hand in class, ask questions, and visit office hours. I wholeheartedly believe that Georgetown professors are of a truly different class. Make the effort to get to know them, and they'll take you out to breakfast and lunch to get to know you better too, because they truly care about you as a person. They'll ask you to be their teaching assistants and do research for them, but they'll also tell you about their kids and ask you what you do for fun. They'll text you when your beloved Buffalo Bills have had yet another tough loss, and they'll take an interest in your path and guide you with suggestions and advice for what to do next. When I came to Georgetown, I had no plans regarding study abroad. Actually, I had one plan, and that was just not to do it. I'm not sure if I was scared or unsure of what it would be like, probably both. But one of my professors convinced me to do the MSB Summer at Oxford program. She knew me, she knew it would be a good fit for me, and she knew it would help me step out of my comfort zone. It's hard to sum up a summer of interesting classes, visits to London business offices, and the cultural excursions like punting and pub crawls. I'll say it was just one of the best experiences that I've had at Georgetown, and I wouldn't have had it without Professor Anderson. I'm happy to report that the Georgetown community also extends well beyond the hilltop to our wonderful alumni across the world. I know this firsthand from a dilemma I had over this past summer, when I realized that I wasn't really happy with my career path. So I turned to Georgetown alum, some that I knew, others that I had never met before. I sent emails asking to learn more about what they were doing, and I got way more responses than I had ever expected. The first one to meet up with me was actually a girl I had gotten to know during my freshman year, when she was the president of GAAP. She and other alums took time out of their workdays to come talk to me, getting coffee with me, or just talking to me on the phone. And when it came time for me to do interviews and accept a position, I felt more of that sense of home when Hoyas were not only the first to congratulate me at the end of the process, but were also the ones to help me prepare throughout it. So, as you experience your GAAP weekend, I encourage you to start finding your home now. You're sitting among some of the world's best and brightest, so talk to them and learn more about them. And as you go about your next 4 years, dedicate yourself even more to getting to know those around you. Knock on the doors of your freshman dorm and build friendships that will last you through college and beyond. Ask people in your classes if they want to meet up to study together, and find people who will help you learn not only your notes, but about what's going on in the world. Talk to the shy kid in your study abroad program. Walk up to the people tabling at the club fair for some organization called GAAP that you had never heard of before, but now you've heard of it. Go to office hours, ask if the seat next to someone you've never met before is taken, and be open to finding your home all over this hilltop. Georgetown draws to it some of the world's most incredible people. Don't forget not only to befriend them, but also that you are one of them. Thank you, Hoya Saxa, and welcome home.